If he went on Truth Social and said, "Hail Hitler," would you stop supporting him as president?
No, I think he's probably, I think he's trolling you guys.
So just to clarify, you wouldn't stop supporting him if he went on Truth Social and said, "Hail Hitler."
I think.
Would you not stop supporting Trump as president if he, with no good reason, called for the execution of Democrats? I just do want to clarify real quick. Are you a Trump supporter?
You know it.
Yeah, I'm going to throw up in my mouth. Why? Okay, just give like your reasons real quick why you support Trump. Then I do want to thank the donors over on Venmo because I'm very appreciative of them. But just real quick, tell us why.
Because he needed to kind of he needed to step in order to really straighten everything out.
Okay, so Trump needed to step in to straighten things out, but he's only like, made them a little bit more loosey-goosey, whatever the opposite of like straight is, I guess, right? I mean, I feel like our government was a little bit more straightened out when we didn't have a president saying it's illegal to criticize him in the media, infringing on 4 constitutional amendments or 10 months, blackbagging college students, illegally deporting them to Secot in El Salvador, while also deporting Venezuelan immigrants with no due process, leading to a federal judge ruling so, telling him that he could be held in contempt of court unless he turns the plane around, which he didn't, or illegally deporting Abrigo Garcia to Secot in El Salvador, where he was beaten, tortured, and starved for 3 months. Like, obviously, that's not our government being straightened out. If anything, that's our government being stress tested against, the tyranny of a wannabe dictator.
Yeah, but what do you feel about, how do you feel about Biden allowing all those people? On January 20th, he signed the documents in order to discontinue any laws that are going to prevent any people from crossing the border.
Okay, one second. I see her pinned video, guys. It's just MAGA AI slop. I'm gonna disregard it. What did you say?
Are you going through my profile?
I don't know.
Now?
The people in the chat are spamming pinned video. I just took a quick glance at it.
You got your little mobiles back
MAGA
there.
AI slop. MAGA AI slop.
Combing through my videos.
So
I don't know why you guys do that to get grime on me when we're trying to have a debate. I don't know why you have your hoodlums in the back.
So
trying to comb through my profile as usual.
I definitely don't control the viewers. But
you do. You do. It's funny. I expect it anytime I come up here.
Do you think I control the viewers? No.
I didn't say that. You comb through my profile. You and the people that you work with, or your team that are pro Dean, they comb through my profile.
Well, typically what happens is because we have like 13.2 thousand viewers, there'll be like maybe like a couple people watching that will like go to your page and come through it. And then if they see something that they think is of note, then they'll come back to the chat and start like spamming it. And then like everyone else will hop on board. Then inevitably I'll check it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. But like, I obviously I always ensure that I fact check like anything that my chat says. If they make an allegation, I always fact check it.
Now you have like people that do that. You're like organized. I see how you organize. It's kind of genius though.
I'm genius. Thank you. I know. I'm just kidding.
How you have it set up. Really, it's kind of smart.
Okay. Well, my intelligence aside, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyways, back to
not trying to build your ego or anything here.
Dude, I don't even have an ego. I just like enjoy egoing the Trump supporters on live. You know what I mean? It's fun. It is. It's fun. It's really fun. But anyways, back to the debate. I don't have a large ego is what I meant to say. Now back to the debate. You told us that you support Trump as president because you think that he's straightening the government out. I gave you about 1 billion reasons to demonstrate that that's the opposite of what he's doing. And then you said, but Biden, and you started to yap. Did you want to finish that pivot?
Actually, I don't even know what I was going to say about Biden.
Oh, well.
But Biden what?
Okay.
I mean, I just feel like
you forgot. Okay. So, yeah, do you want to respond to the, do you want to respond to like the,
he wanted to drain the swamp.
Well, I mean, I think that he is the swamp. He's the felon. He's a rapist. He's the one that infringed on the 14th Amendment. He's the one that broke the orders of multiple courts.
Do you know what he means by the swamp?
The deep state, the corrupt politicians.
Absolutely not. No, that's not what he means by the swamp.
Oh, what does he mean?
The swamp can actually be a Republican or a Democrat. Somebody that's been in office for 60 years that does the same thing and changes their positions to make it seem like they're in another position, but they've been in office for so long. They know all the rules, they know all the shortcuts, and they can take advantage and have ways around the laws. When you work in a job for 40 years, you know your way around. So those would really be, especially the non-good people. You can't say that there are not good people in the government. There isn't. So those are the swamp. the ones that've been there for a really, really long time. Terms don't need to be forever.
Then why hasn't he proposed a limit on congressional terms in Congress?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Then why hasn't he proposed any policy to limit congressional terms for representatives in Congress?
Yeah, no, he has.
When?
He's trying to put those in place.
How? Can you give me any evidence?
So there are videos of him saying it, but there is also articles.
There's
that
videos
you
of him
can
saying
read up on it.
Will you hear one of the videos?
Can you hear one of the videos?
Yeah.
You want me to find that? It would actually take me a minute to find it.
Okay, that's fine. We have time.
And I would be happy to do.
Yeah, I'm live for 4 hours. You could take a minute. That's
You're
fine.
live for 4 hours?
Yeah, so you can just take that minute right now. Don't leave the live or anything, but go find your evidence. It's okay.
Okay. How do I go find?
Okay, you don't know how to find evidence, so maybe we should just move on.
Without leaving the. I mean, I can come back in 30 minutes.
No, I don't. I just want you to stay on live right now. Are you telling me that in order for you to find evidence for your claim, you'd have to leave for 30 minutes? Then maybe
you've got a whole computer system in front of you.
Then maybe we should just set the claim aside. Right?
You can pull everything up on your computer.
Oh, but the thing is I don't do your homework for you.
I know you don't.
Right.
You find drum on me. You try to find bad things. You'll comb my profile.
Well, I mean, you kind of came to us with the bad thing.
You don't try to
you're a Trump
help
supporter.
anybody. You try to make them look bad.
Can I just ask you a question?
Sure.
Is there anything Trump could do that make you stop supporting him?
That would make me stop supporting him?
Yeah, that's the question I asked you. Anything.
I mean, at 3 years left, and I will not be supporting him anymore.
But that's not an answer to the question that I asked you.
I think that he's the wrecking ball that needed
Susie,
to happen.
thank you for the money gun. So maybe it's worth repeating the question that I asked you. Is there anything Trump could do that'd make you stop supporting him today? Anything?
If he started a world war, yeah.
Okay, so if he started World War III, anything else?
I have not thought in depth about that.
Take a moment to think. Here, how about take a moment to think? I'm going to thank a couple people.
I'm sure you
take like 45 minutes. Sorry, not 45 minutes. Take like 45 seconds to think. I'm going to go to thank a couple people here real quick. Before we continue the video, I want to tell you about Proton, the company behind Proton Mail. And now, my favorite cloud storage alternative, Proton Drive. You already know how it goes with cloud storage. Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, so on and so forth. They're convenient, they work, a lot of people use them, but they also scan and track a lot of what you upload. And in some cases, they'll even use that data that they get off of scanning and tracking your uploads to train their AI models, which isn't ideal. And that's why I've switched a lot of my stuff over to Proton Drive. They're built on end-to-end encryption, which means they literally cannot read your files, can't scan your photos, and can't use your documents for advertising or machine learning, unlike Google or Microsoft. I've been using it for a lot of my project files recently. The kind of stuff I don't want to have scanned for ad relevance, to help build AI models, or for really anything else. Like I said with Proton Drive, everything stays encrypted before it even hits the cloud, so even Proton can't read it. If you upload something to Google Drive or OneDrive, they could technically scan your photos, your metadata, your file contents, and even details like where a photo was taken. But with Proton Drive, none of that happens. A couple other things about Proton Drive that I've found to be genuinely useful would include automatic backup for photos on mobile. They give you the ability to restore old versions of files. You could even share your files with others securely with a password and expiration date. And not to mention that Proton is based in Switzerland, which has some of the strictest privacy laws in the world. It's also free to sign up using my link in the description of this video. If you want cloud storage that isn't reading over your shoulder, Proton Drive is a very solid option. Let's go and continue the video.
Okay, so I actually Googled some things. I pulled out, you made me bust out my laptop. So it says here, Trump supporters are revealing the red line that would make them stop supporting him, and people say it's disturbing. Have you heard that yet?
What? I'm confused. I asked you for what. Are you Googling what your red lines are?
No, I am Googling stuff because I can't think of anything.
Can I throw a couple ideas out there?
Oh, why? Yeah. I asked you to a second ago.
Murder? Yeah.
Well, who did he murder?
No, he didn't murder anybody. I'm saying if he did murder someone, you'd stop supporting him, right?
Well, if he was doing it out of self-defense, I would have to say, I mean, it was him or the other guy.
No.
If you were to do it out of self-defense, I wouldn't blame that you're a Democrat and you were in the wrong. You would have to defend yourself. I mean.
Oh, my God. brother, it was just like a hypothetical idea. I was like, I don't know. What's like a really violent crime I could think of on the spot that would hopefully get the guests to stop supporting Trump? I just said murder and you're somehow debating me on it. What fucking world do we live in? Jesus. But anyways, no, self-defense is not murder because self-defense is justified. And the definition of murder is unjust termination of a human life. So if like Donald Trump unjustly killed somebody, or if Donald Trump murdered somebody, would you stop supporting them?
Unjustly? Yeah. If he unjustly murdered somebody, he should be arrested.
Okay.
He should have to face the same consequences.
Okay, perfect. What if like he like went on Truth Social and said, "Hail Hitler"?
He said what?
If he went on Truth Social and said, "Hail Hitler," would you stop supporting him as president?
No, I think he's probably, I think he's trolling you guys.
So just to clarify, you wouldn't stop supporting him if he went on Truth Social and said, "Hail Hitler"?
I think he trolls the Democrats.
What?
He trolls you guys.
Wait, are you saying that the president of the United States of America trolls his political opponents by saying that he loves Hitler?
He trolls you. Yeah.
What?
Did he say he loves Trump?
What the fuck? I'm sorry. You think that's a troll? What about that's a troll? What about it is a troll to say that, you hail the person that committed one of the worst atrocities in human history? What about that's a troll?
Because people are trying to call him Hitler.
So he responded to that by saying, "Hail Hitler"?
To him as Hitler.
So he responded to that by saying, "I love Hitler." Is that what you think?
Can you play the audio? Because I have a funny feeling you have audio.
No, once again, it's just another hypothetical. He's never said that.
Oh, okay.
We're just trying to see what like your red lines would be. Like seemingly this isn't one of them.
I don't see.
Wait, so I just want to clarify. So the reason why you're willing to defend Trump as president, even if he were to like actually say that he loves Hitler, would be because you were like under the false guise that maybe he actually said that. So what the fuck? I'm sorry, you've lost it.
I don't think that would be a real thing.
You shouldn't have the right to vote. If it was up to me, you wouldn't be able to vote.
Yeah, and that's what's wrong with the Democrats. You want to try to control us on what we can do and what we can't do.
I think that's fair for people like you, though, because right? We don't let like children vote, and the reason we don't let children vote is because they lack certain rational faculties in order to make educated and informed decisions surrounding politics because they're children. And I think that you lack those same faculties not because you're a child, but because you just told us that you'd continue to support Trump if he like hailed Hitler.
You think that I lack faculties on going out and voting for people?
Yeah, definitely. Because you would believe that Trump would still be a good president if he was like a Democrat, like hailing Hitler.
You're telling me that I should have my rights violated just because you're a Democrat and I'm a Republican?
Oh, well, I would argue. I would argue that you shouldn't even have that right violated, as you shouldn't have that right in the first place. So there would be no right to violate. You just shouldn't have it.
And why is that? Because
I think that you lack like the particular threshold of like rational faculties to make informed and educated decisions surrounding politics. Yeah, I mean, you just told us that you'd like continue to defend a Trump presidency if he was like, "Hail Hitler." Like,
but he hasn't done that.
I know, but you thought that he did, and that's what I'm talking about.
No, I did not say I will still support him if he did that. I never said that.
You said, I asked you, and you just said, well, I mean, he's just trolling.
He's just trolling you guys. He's making fun of you all because you're going to take it, you're going to turn it, and you're going to twist it and make it a whole story. So when Donald Trump, hilarious.
So when Donald Trump does or says something crazy, how do you like distinguish if he's like actually just insane or just trolling the Dems? How do you make that distinguishment?
With certain things that he says.
Like, do you need an example? I'll give you an example. When Donald Trump like called for the execution of Democrats, was he being legit or was he trolling?
When he called for the Democrats of what?
When he called for Democrats to be executed? You don't know this? This happened last week.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, yeah. He went on. Oh, wow. Okay, so he went on Truth Social. He quote tweeted a post from the Washington Examiner titled "Democratic lawmakers in Congress urge members of our military to not abide by any unlawful orders directed to them by the president." Just, Democrats telling them to honor their oath. And then he responded to that by calling an act of sedition that was also traitorous. He said that it was punishable by death. And then he reposted a response from one of his followers to that tweet saying, "Hang them, George Washington would."
So it's so crazy that like all the Democratic people are seeing those things. And for some reason, I'm not. And you know who I blame that on? I want to know if you're blaming it on the same person. I blame it on the media.
Oh, like you blame it on like the like right media for not informing you that the
No,
president
right
called
and
for the death of
left.
Democrats?
Right and left.
Oh, well, I
because
mean,
it goes
obviously you don't have
both ways.
MSNBC on. I mean, just listen to you. You don't have CNN on. How could you possibly say that left-leaning media isn't reporting about this? They absolutely were. You're really going to struggle to convince me that you watch left-leaning media. I mean, just listen to you. You're brain rotted. You're brain rotted MAGA cultist. Rappy, thank you so much for the galaxy.
It's not a
over on TikTok.
cultist.
So can you just clarify, right? Now that you if Biden like called for the execution of Republicans, would any reasonable American stop supporting him as president? The answer to the question is yes. Let's see how long it takes me to get you there.
Yes.
Not long. Susie, I appreciate you for the galaxy. Okay, so because any reasonable American would stop supporting Biden as president if he called for the execution of Republicans, the inverse would also have to be true. If Donald Trump called for the execution of Democrats, any reasonable American would stop supporting him as well, correct?
Yeah, but where are you getting your information from?
Perfect. Are you a reasonable American?
I've been American my whole life.
But are you a reasonable one?
I think that I'm reasonable.
Are you a reasonable American? Would you
I'm very open-minded, reasonable. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, okay. So you just said that any reasonable American would stop supporting Trump as president if he called for the execution of Democrats. You just labeled yourself as a reasonable American. Therefore, right, wouldn't it follow that if I could prove to you with certainty that Donald Trump did this, you would no longer be a Trump supporter?
Why are you so bent hard on getting people to not be Trump supporters?
Well, we could explore that after you answer my question.
Okay.
So what's the answer to my question? Therefore, if I could prove to you that he did do this, and because you're a reasonable American, you would stop supporting him as president, correct?
It would really need to
damning evidence.
It depends on the context.
Oh, okay. Well, now it's
I don't know what
contextual.
context you're going to bring. It is context. Do you know how important context is?
Well, let's just clarify it a little bit so we could take context out of this. If Donald Trump called for the execution of Democrats with no good reason, you'd stop supporting him as president, right?
Is it specific Democrats? Because I cannot see that he would want to execute all Democrats.
Well, I mean, I think the answer to that's a little bit vague. The way that I interpreted Trump was like any Democrat that thinks the members of the military should honor their oath. But I mean, I feel like a Trump supporter could make the argument that it was exclusive to 12 Democrats in Congress. I didn't really think that changes much. I mean, if it was just one, I think that would still be enough reason to stop supporting him as president. So, I mean, just to like catch us up to where we're at, I asked you if you would stop supporting, if any reasonable American, would stop supporting Biden as president if he called for the execution of Republicans. You said yes. I then said, so this must mean that the inverse is true. If Donald Trump called for the execution of Democrats, would any reasonable American stop supporting him as president? You said yes. Then I asked you if you were a reasonable American. You said yes. So then I made sure that it follows. So therefore, here's the conclusion of the argument. If I could prove to you that this is something he's done, you would stop supporting him as president. You kind of put a little bit of pushback on that position. You said, well, it depends on the context.
On what the context is.
So then I just clarified, right? Like not, ma'am.
Yeah, I am. I just wanted to thank people that were contributing to me. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, so now that you thank them, answer the question, please.
Yes.
You would stop supporting them.
Let's just hear it. That's what I have to say for you to play the context.
I want you to answer my question.
I have to manipulate you to play the context.
I want you to answer my question first. You would stop supporting Trump as president if he called for the execution of Democrats without any good reason. Oh, what do you
want me to say?
I want you to say your thoughts. I want you to tell us if you would stop supporting Trump as president if he called for the execution of Democrats without good reason. It's a yes or no.
I think that if you want me to say anything to do that, you're wanting me to say what you want me to say.
Oh no, I just want to know how you feel.
What context you're going to play?
Okay, but
just play it, dude.
So we're not gonna move on from the question. Would you or would you not stop supporting Trump as president if he, with no good reason, called for the execution of Democrats?
I don't trust all of the things that you're going to play.
Okay, so then you can.
I'm going to go with no.
So you wouldn't? Okay, no, but if you did trust my evidence, okay, if it was proven to you beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt in your own mind, would you stop supporting him as president?
Yes.
Let's go to make sure that we get that one on record here. I'm going to go to put a little bit of a timestamp on the YouTube VOD. Just give me a second, folks. Give me a second.
Make sure you get everything before that, too. I don't trust all of the things that you're going to play.
Okay. All right. So we got the timestamp on YouTube. We got it paused. All right. So now I'm going to prove to you that Donald Trump called for the execution of Democrats with no good reason. And quite frankly, my proof here is what he posted on Truth Social. Let's go and take a look. You need to know. Donald Trump posted
I've seen this
on
video
Truth Social.
already. Yes.
He responded to a post published by the Washington Examiner titled, "Democratic Veterans in Congress Urge Service Members to Refuse Unspecified Unlawful Orders," by saying that this is really bad and dangerous to our country and that their words cannot be allowed to stand. He then followed that up with a second post that reads, "This is seditious behavior, punishable by death." And then he reposted a comment that reads, quote unquote, "Hang them, George Washington would." Okay, so just to make sure that we're clear on where we're at, you just told us that you'd take the red hat off and you'd stop supporting Trump as president if I could prove to you that he called for the execution of Democrats without any good reason. And then I did. I showed you, screenshots of his posts on Truth Social where he responded to an article published by the Washington Examiner titled, "Democratic Veteran Lawmakers in Congress urge members of our military to not abide by any unlawful order that Trump gives them," which, by the way, is just them repeating their oath. Okay, their oath says the same thing. And then Donald Trump responded to it by calling it an act of sedition, said that this act of sedition is punishable by death, and then reposted a comment made by one of his supporters under the original Washington Examiner article titled, "Hang them, George Washington would." Now, I know that you lack a spine. I know that like you're a part of the Trump cult. I know that you're not going to say, "Dean, I no longer support Trump as president." So I'm actually just going to use this as a moment to publicly embarrass you. So go ahead. Go ahead and try to do your like mental gymnastics. So then I can embarrass you. It'll be fun for me. Go ahead.
Can you read my comment that I put in there?
You could repeat it now. I'm sorry. That video has like I don't know, maybe like 50,000 comments.
I'd have to go to the video for it to pop up. And
so what is your response to the argument provided at this point in time?
I don't remember what I put.
Oh no, I'm asking you what your response is right now. So you told us that you would stop supporting Trump if he did what I just proved he did by showing you screenshots of him doing it.
You showed me like 20 seconds of a video.
So the only reason why the video was relevant was because of the screenshots of the Truth Social posts at the top.
Yeah, no, I know about that comment, but no, he's not talking about all of the Democrats.
Oh yeah, so I mean, like I said, any Democrat. If he called for the execution of any Democrat, and he called for the execution of like 7 or 12 right there, so you should stop supporting him as president.
Those
right?
7 or 12 people, did they commit crimes?
No.
How sure are you?
Well, I'm positive.
Did you see the deposition that went on with the Biden's secretary?
Well, Biden's secretary certainly isn't relevant to the argument, so let's not try to pivot. See, it's fun. This is fun for me because I don't have to put much effort into this conversation because I'm coming with the facts. You're the one that has to put all the effort into this conversation because you believe in delusion, and it's really hard when delusion is face to face with facts. Like, my job here is easy.
No, sweetheart.
My job here is so easy. My job is so fucking easy. All I have to do is I have to ask you, hey, would you like stop supporting Trump as president if he like called for the execution of Democrats without any good reason? And then you're like, yeah, I would stop supporting him as president. You had to say that, okay? Right? And then I like proved to you that he did by showing you like, the screenshots of the post on Truth Social. Okay, and now we're at a point where in accordance with your own word, you should take that red hat off and you're no longer a Trump supporter, correct? Because I just proved to you that he called for the execution of those Democratic lawmakers, right?